Many, of course, stayed home today. It was still business as usual for a large portion of the city. Others even braved the cold, going out of their way to make sure everyone had a warm place to stay.
Once again, we have team coverage, and we start with Jamie Perez in the news center.
Right, well, when it is this cold outside, it's hard to imagine spending even 10 minutes out there. But there are some people who can't escape the cold and feel like they have nowhere to go. Well, one Madison group is working to change that as much as possible.
It's nights like this, where you want to be anywhere but here. For most people, they're able to escape the cold, but others aren't so fortunate.
Biggest reason is probably because they may be a couple. Married folks can't go to shelter. They may have pets, which is a big thing.
Jeff Turk works for Friends of the State Street family. He and many others work to make sure people who live on the streets have somewhere safe to go, especially when it gets this cold. For those who think there's only one way out.
When you're out in this weather and you're out in it for 2 minutes, you feel it. And there are people that live in this weather.
There are people who are more than just our friends, people who care about homeless people's safety, people like Megan Wood.
So this is pretty typical of what we do on a night like tonight. We see belongings, personal belongings, and we're just going to do a welfare check to see if anyone's sleeping here.
Megan knows the person she's checking on. She knows where she can find them on any given night.
This is pretty typical what we see, though, that people, they don't have anywhere to store their belongings. That's someone's house, hold items right there. These are people's belongings. They don't have a place to store everything they carry, and so it's left, and we're grateful that the police department allows it to stay, but that's not a way to live.
It's something they say is heartbreaking to see. People live in this. It's why they feel this is something they have to do.
I see, that's a bike. Is that him?
No, that might be stuff. Yeah, let me just jump out here.
While many of us get to stay in our homes away from the cold, there are people in Madison who seek out those who can't do the same.
We kind of do a stakeout. We've got supplies, and we make contact to make sure that they're safe. Luckily, with the weather the way that it is the last few days, we've gotten most of our friends that we know of into shelter.
During my ride along with them, we didn't find anyone on the streets. That's a good thing. It means people like Jeff and Megan and others are helping people survive.
It's what life is all about.
If you see someone who is out in the cold and needs assistance, Friends of the State Street family encourages you to call their outreach line. That's 608-535-9394. Their services are available 24/7.
Jamie Perez continuing our team coverage tonight. Jamie, thank you.